welcome to day 4 on our Wolves piece in our January challenge. Just wanted to add a little bit on to what we did yesterday, just in terms of understanding what's written on the music and what we're doing with it. We have sempre accelerando and sempre crescendo written in the music. Sempre means still or always, so we're still speeding up. Sempre crescendo, we're still getting louder as well. So just make sure that through yesterday's piece, yesterday's section, where we've already sped up to this point and we go, we're going to speed up as well as we do this. Okay, that was yesterday's section, and we speed up through it so that by the time we reach today's section, bar 25, that we are on a crotchet equaling about 133. So at this point we should be more than double the speed we were at the beginning of the piece, if you feel able to do that. Okay, the joy of music like this is that ultimately you can take it and adjust the speeds to fit what you feel most comfortable with, and it will still sound really out there and still sound really exciting to listen to. So whatever speed you can reach at this point, it needs to be as fast as you can be comfortable with, and it needs to be faster than it was at the very beginning of the piece, but go with what feels comfortable for you. Okay, so today's section, the left hand is just on two very simple notes. It's A going to G sharp, and these are just two crotchet beats, 2 quarter beats. Then our left hand jumps down to the D, going up to the F sharp. Okay, so A, G, right hand, D, F sharp, right hand, A, G, right hand, D, F sharp. So you've got 4 bars where you repeat that pattern twice. Okay, the right hand we've been building up, so we've had 2 notes yesterday together, then we got to 4 notes together like that, opening it out. We're now going to have 4 notes but spaced out this time, so we've got the F sharp, A, C, E flat. This is a really common pattern in this piece. It's the same 4 notes that we did the harmonics with right at the very beginning. They were an octave lower, but it's that pattern what keeps coming back. So right hand answers the left with, okay, and that, because of the way that the levers are set up, it sounds like you've done a big jump, but it's just a step movement. So thumb on the E flat and then space out all your fingers, leaving 1 string between, and then down 1. Okay, then we're going to go down 1 again. This time we've got to play 2 of these. We've got quavers here. Okay, so that's our answering, and then that happens again. Those 2 bars worth happen again. So if I put this together with the left hand starts on A, G sharp, our right hand sitting up there ready. You can either work it out from the thumb being on that E flat, or you can work it out from the 4th finger being on the black F sharp and spacing it out. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, try and land on all 4 notes at once. So just practice opening that hand and placing it, taking it away, closing the hand, opening it again. Can I land on those 4 notes? Okay. And this is a good piece for really being confident in where you are on the harp, and for building that confidence in knowing where you are on the harp without necessarily having to focus all your attention in on all the fingers. Am I on that note, that note, that note, and that note? But being confident of landing there, boof, like that. So our left hand A and G sharp, our right hand F sharp, C, F sharp, A, C, and E flat at the top. And the left hand moves down and the right hand moves down 1. Okay, then our left hand jumps down to D and F sharp. The right hand has moved down and it's now got the thumb on the C at the top. We do 2 of those and move back up 1, just as the left hand moves up. Okay, and we'll put that together. I'm going to do 4 bars worth here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're still crescendoing, sempre crescendo, still crescendoing, still getting louder here, okay, as well. So we start off today at mezzo forte, but we're building it up. Okay, just do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and yesterday I talked about really trying to bend in every time you play these chords. As we're getting faster and we've got these two quavers, it's too awkward to bend and get back out in time necessarily. So you can kind of have a slightly more rigid hand, but then do allow yourself to bend in once you land on the crotchet, on the full note there, because your hand is going to get very, very tense if you don't bring in that movement and keep it going in there, okay? Then we jump to quavers in the right hand, and it's jump down here, okay? And that is a bit of a jump to get to. So you've just played, okay? And that is going to be a transition to work on, going from here where you've got E, G sharp, B, D, jumping down to get your thumb on the A below middle C and finger 2 on the G sharp there. Okay, and so that's going to be a practice just doing that. Just practicing that move so that it becomes natural. It happens on a crossover of a line on the sheet music as well. So you really need your eyes to be moving ahead and being really sure of where you are. Okay, so the right hand's gone to there and your left hand answers it with a low D. It's the lowest D on my harp, just one above the bass C there. So okay, and then our right hand's got to jump all the way back up to here. So da da boom, and then up here. So again, that will be a transition to practice. Can I go from there and land straight on here? And the notes you're landing on up there, if you put your finger 3 on the A and put a triad on, so you've got A, C and the E flat at the top. And I play that and move down 1. Okay, and these are quavers. These are 8th notes, so they're moving quickly. Left hand down on the D and the F sharp. Okay, and that's answering that top hand. If I just do that bar for a moment, so right hand is doing A, G, left hand D. Okay, A, G, D. Okay, but we're quite fast at this point as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need to carry on into the final bar for today. So the right hand's just finished with our G sharp, B, D. From a string point of view, think of it as a triad from the G, but it's a G sharp. But we've just finished on there. Move down 1 again, so that you've got finger 3 on the black F, thumb on the red, finger 2 in the middle on the A. And it just moves back up 1. So, and back. Okay, so that pattern comes in there. So we have the first time it happens halfway through bar 29, left hand, left hand, left hand. Okay, so we're quite fast. It sounds really exciting and dramatic, but the pattern is really straightforward. You've got your 3 fingers on, you play it, you move down 1. Okay, fitting it in with the left hand is the tricky part. This is one of the tricky corners in this piece. There's not many tricky corners, and this is one of them, just for fitting it together. So going back to the beginning of bar 29, and I'm just going to slow it right down for a moment and just play it through, and I'll put 2 bars together here. So 3, 4. Okay, so in that final bar there, the left hand is now playing the A and the G sharp. They're the same notes the right hand had played at the beginning of bar 29 in exactly the same place, but they're written here in the bass clef and it's for the left hand this time. And then it goes back down for this low D. Okay, and having played these with 1 and 2, I would probably just reach a finger 4 for that D that time. Okay, because we're here, we're there, and we're going to be back up here again very, very soon as well. So we don't want to, again, move our whole hand too low down the harp when we've got to then quickly jump back up. Okay, so let's put that together again. We'll do bar 29. I'll do it just slowly once more. 3, 4. did actually do it with a 2 at the end now, having said all that. I will do it now up to speed. We're still crescendoing as well. We're really, really, really building up. We want it to sound like we're building up to something really amazing that's about to happen. What's about to happen is what you'll hear tomorrow. So I'm just going to do that same 2 bars from bar 29, but I'm going to do it much more up to speed now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, remember what I said earlier. You actually work on this at the speed you feel comfortable with, but that's the sort of speed as written. Where it's written crotchet equals 1, 3, 3, there's a little C dot before the crotchet, which means circa, so it means roughly, there or thereabouts. So let's put all of today's bit together. Bar 25, where we have these crotchets, and then we're going to add in these quavers as they come. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had a little pausey panic in the middle there, so you probably want to try and learn certainly those 2 last bars. Try and actually have those in your head so that you don't need to refer to the music too much, and think about that pattern. The one I had the little pause there on was actually only 1 step down from where I'd been. I just need to be confident of where I am and what the notes are. Okay, so one final time, bar 25 through to the end of today's section. 1, 2,